All right, everybody, Modelrockets321 here. Welcome back to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the thumb up, drop a comment. Check the links below. All kind of cool stuff in there. If you want to get anything rocket related, shop estesrockets.com. Put in discount code IN_321. That is IN_321, and get yourself a discount when you buy something from Estes Rockets. You can use that code. I think you can only use it once. I'm not sure if they changed it or not, but give it a try. Anyway, I just want to go over this. This is the brand new issue of Sport Rocketry Magazine. I made this magazine before, or I got published in there before, and I am published again for my work on this space shuttle right here. This space shuttle was very beat up and it was kind of a normal build, like not really anything intricate. This is the after results. And that's what this article cover. I got it, acquired it. It wasn't my original one. This is kit number 1284. It's a very vintage one, very old. And I flew it a few times, had like a couple crashes. The orbiter nose dove, got crunched in, and then the next time it kind of like crushed it, as you can see right here in the magazine. What this article is it's going over the process of me making a clay mold using a vacuum forming machine and just getting it all restored. And now I made it so nice I don't want to fly it, which we call a shelf queen. And the name of this article is the Vintage Estes Space Shuttle Kit from Flight to Shelf Queen with a question mark. And here you can see a picture. I had this catalog, not mine originally, but I bought it because I was just being bored in 1976. So this is the original space shuttle catalog when it was released by Estes in 1976. The catalog cost 35 cents. But this whole article is mine, and I got published in there. I submitted it, and they liked it. And there we go, and there we have it. So this is just all about the launches from me getting it, and I told a little history about the space shuttle, the real one, and about this Estes kit right here. So this is it right here, kit number 1284. This one is it open? I believe it was an open pack. I don't remember if it's open or not. I think this is sealed. No, it got to be open because it's missing. Yeah, this is an open kit I purchased from somebody because it's missing one half of the upper fin. So that can be made, but with vacuum forming and making stuff, it can be made if I ever decided to build this. But this is the original space shuttle, like when they first came out through Estes, C63 engine. Yep, kit number 1284. All the parts are there, minus what I just mentioned, that upper half. Skill level 4 build. It's a difficult build. It's a real deal build. So, and you got to do some trimming and things like that. But this is the one that is featured in this article right here. Flies on the C63 engine, just like I said, parachute compartment there. Glider detaches, and it's supposed to glide around. You got this string here that you can pour that'll actuate these guys, and you'll trim these wherever they need be. And yeah, it's not perfect scale. Everybody know that by now. It's not. It's made to just fly. I always wish that I wonder if they could make it. Like, I think it could be done where it could have the real shape of the shuttle, because like you see, this is just more of a wide shape. I always thought that it could be done, because the space shuttle have a very unique look. It's pretty long, actually. Space shuttles are pretty big, so that would make everything else pretty big. But I guess for the sake of modeling and stuff like that, they went with this size right here. The engineers, whoever worked on this kit through Estes. So yeah, I just took my time and did detailing that wasn't part of the original plan. So I did all the O-rings here, did all the paint here, gray, named it Atlantis. Detail. I remember having issues. If you watch a past video, I hated some of the thick decals. I just don't like them. They're like thick stickers. So I had to get some made. I think I went to Tango and got some thin ones made. A couple I didn't bother peeling off, but just went through and put the work in on it. Made it really nice. Just took my time. Actually, I redid this upper fin too. This was another vacuum form piece. No, I cut styrene. Actually, I built this up. This was from cut styrene because the other one was kind of warped. It had a bend to it. It was fine, but it had a bend, so I just wanted that really nice. I did redo these parts here. I forget what they're called. I got those redone. I did vacuum form another nozzle. Yeah, got the 3 main engines. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It's a great model. Now it's shelf queen. Like I said, it won't be flying. I used to pretty much against. I say fly everything. If you build it, fly it. Even my Saturn V, I'll fly. Even then, that one's built pretty nice. I built that thing pretty nice, and it did suffer, but I'm going to fly. I want to see the Saturn V go. This one, since they're retired in real life, well, the Saturn V is retired. I can't say that. Space shuttles had their issues, and they're kind of just are done flying and retired, and I'm just gonna let that one rest on the shelf and be cool. But yeah, so if you get the latest issue of Sport Rocketry Magazine, if you're a member of NAR, join NAR. I suggest it. You get the insurance, you get the magazine bi-monthly. There's just other benefits. You can do certifications. They have NAR Trek program. They do a lot of other stuff. So, and they have offers and stuff for you that you can't get when you're not a member. So I do recommend joining. It's easy, just a simple joining. But now, one thing they did change, you have to pay for your membership card if you want to hold that card. I mean, I guess you need the card, but you really don't. I always get the card because I kind of collect them. I have all my old ones. So yeah, that's just one of the changes. I noticed this year I had to pay for the card. I think it was like $10 or something, other outside of your membership. So you can get lifetime membership, you can get family, you can get an individual senior, you can get, if you're a younger person, you can just get a single younger person. I think it's called a junior membership. So, but yeah, that's what this article's all about. Just go through the history of the space shuttle from Estes side and then from the release all the way up to me not initially getting one and being intimidated by it because it was skill level 4 and I was so young and like and then it was a little on the pricier side. It was like one of the more expensive kits at the time, and I was like, man, I might mess that thing up. I don't know if I could build like that, but now I'm sure I can handle that build no problem. But yeah, that's what this is all about. So that's me there, primer and painting it. That's the final one, all nice like what you see right here. And it is Atlantis, which is my favorite one. I like Discovery also, but Atlantis is probably my favorite one of the space shuttles. Not sure why. I forget. Like I think I seen it at Kennedy Space Center and just like, oh, that's my one. That's mine. So, but yeah, guys, just wanted to show you that real quick, showing that we, because this is all of us, Modelrockets321 supporters and followers, we all made Sport Rocketry Magazine again. For the second time. The first time was the dual engine Skunkworks SR-71 Blackbird project. So that was the first issue many months ago. I think that was last year, if not the year before. It's been a little while since I've been in here. I submitted this article, I'm not sure how long ago. I forget when I did it. I wasn't really thinking about it. I thought it would be a nice project to document. So that's what I did. I just documented the whole progress and the process of working on this, and submitted it because I redid the whole paint. I redid the whole solid rocket boosters, all sanded down, and I repainted the orbiter, everything, orbiter, fuel tank, and just because I think it was brown. I wanted to have more of an orange color. To me, it always looked orange than a brown. I think they recommended brown, but I was like, no, it looks more orange to me. So it's that foam actually. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. Modelrockets321. Thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping in on this video. I want to show you this right before we go.
Step beyond the ordinary with Above the Surface, a captivating collection of science fiction-inspired drawings by model rocketeer Keith of Modelrockets321. This zine features striking illustrations that push the limits of imagination and creativity, paired with motivational quotes to inspire and fuel your drive. Whether you're chasing dreams or need some positive words, Above the Surface is here to elevate your journey. Get your copy today while supplies last.
And so yes, please support any way you can. That is my zine. That is Above the Surface. Go ahead and check that out. Check the shop out. All kinds of stuff over there. If you see anything you like, go on, pick it up, and they'll get it shipped out to you. Modelrockets321, and I am out.